Welcome to the candy shop.
Yeah. So seductive.
Youth culture today has a level of corporate market pressure on it unprecedented in human history. Not just black culture, but all youth culture is under enormous marketing pressure. Young people are beginning to see their own creativity through a marketing logic. How can I promote what I do? How can I sell what I do? Rather than imagining what they do as a creative force that should be nurtured and expanded, they're figuring out how to fit into already existing marketing categories and niches. And that is stifling not only creativity, but it's turning automatically cultural spaces into productive, meaning product spaces, spaces that are to be sold.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J. Before I started using swagger from Old Spice. Now look at me. Nice.
This is actually a process that has been additionally problematic for black artists because young black people are more contained in corporate spaces. What they can perform and look black is more narrow. Artists of other racial and ethnic backgrounds, particularly whites, have more diversity of representation available to them. So they're able to perform themselves as individuals, whereas black artists are almost always performing blackness.
He don't wife him, he one nights him. Now she don't like him, she never met him. Groupies try to take advantage of him, he won't let him, he don't need him. So he treats him like he treats him. Better them than me, she don't agree with him.
I told him I was leaving. I want to be with you.
And having to perform blackness in this narrow market sense has led to the repetition of lots of very troubling stereotypes and conceptions that help their market value but don't help the art form itself. Now, around the particular issue of women,
Bottle after bottle is on, and we gon' sip to every bubble and every bottle is gone. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot.
Sexism exists in Western society. It has for centuries. It's existed elsewhere around the world for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. So this is not to say that hip-hop is responsible for sexism or anything like that. But it is important to pay very close attention to the way that hip-hop has become not just a highly sexualized space alone, which it has become, but a space where the exploitation of black women has become almost required.
In my personal experience, I looked at it as a job. This is a paycheck, this is my stepping stone, and I'm going to use this to transcend to another level, which I have. But other girls, to get the burn in front of the camera, they're willing to go above and beyond. And obviously, you know, music directors, they're going to try and provoke you to, you know, why don't you show a little bit more here, or why don't you do a little bit more there? Sometimes, most of the time, you don't have to ask. They'll do it. Just because there's so much competition on video sets, whereas there used to be, you know, 5, 6 girls, now there's 50 or 60 girls, you know, and you've got to fight for the attention.
Came here for was you a tip drill. We need a tip drill. I said, now come on, girl, you know what we came here for. We need a tip drill. I got a tip drill. You looking good and I'm shuffling than the
artists to develop an identity, to develop a sense of status, to be a powerful, desirable, successful black male image in hip-hop, you almost have to exploit black women as part of your performance. It's not something you do on the side. You have to do it. It's almost a requirement.
I know you may not want to hear this, but some women go on the videos and they want to get with all of these rappers. They want to be that person, and they're getting enjoyment. They're getting their happiness. They're happy.
And this is very troubling because black women are already coming out of a history of being sexually exploited, of being associated with sexual excess and deviance. And now, in order to have a space in video culture, to be participants in the industry at large, they have to basically co-sign an exploitative conception of who they are in order to participate.
Instantly, I just started meeting people.
And you met?
The first person I bumped into out was Ja Rule. at a club, and it was 5 days of non-stop sex.
And this is a very troubling thing that we're having a difficult time dealing with, because no one with a progressive point of view wants to beat up on young black men any further, because they themselves are facing so many pressures and so much exploitation that to accuse them of contributing to the half of the community's oppression is a difficult thing to do. So there's a lot of silence about it, there's a lot of, tiptoeing, but we need to point out how these artists are really middlemen, that the big winners here are the industry, that they're making money off of the deeply destructive representations of black people, especially black women.
Yo, money. Come on, man. I don't got all day. What's going on? 1587. Come on, I've been sitting here. Damn.
You keep the tape. What time will take so long?
You wildin'. Wake up next time, yo. I got stuff to do.